Let's get it. Hey, let's go, boys. Got the girls going wild. Goddamn, I done felt my stuff.
From a city that has hosted 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts.
Skirt, go to church, man. Skirt, go to church, man.
The NFL season is hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11.
If you skirt, go to church, B.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Reggie. You skirt, go to church, B. Deadlock.
Work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get out the way!
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And
get out.
Across midfield and inside the 45. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times.
Dope boys, let's get it. Hey, dope boys got them girls going wild.
Until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Colts 42-yard line.
Now Brady.
God damn it! Damn, throw it over the pussy's head, man. Throw it over the pussy's head, bro. God. He didn't force anything, nigga. We did it.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on the initial drive of the ball game.
It's always some bullshit.
Staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football.
Shut that dumbass pussy shit down. Shut it down, Najee Harris. Najee Harris. Shut it down, Najee. Najee. Knock a dude. Najee.
To throw his Fields.
Put your ass down.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that'll lead here to...
What the hell? I have this shit on the dumb shit, bro.
Third down.
And it's third down.
Back to throw. Fields.
Give me that stupid ass shit! Let's go! Get on the dance, nigga! Oh, no, nigga! That is me, nigga!
Shy of midfield. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the open.
I'm a dog, boy.
Right back to him. So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that. Talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame. They talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Fields. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Brady. Flushed out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Colts are going to get it back here just past the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Fields now to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes. But receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the second.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Open man right side is Toney. Touchdown! Kadarius Toney, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Najee Harris
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Saints 7.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They've got his man complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Saunders. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it into the end
Let's fucking go, boy!
Great effort.
Where you at? It's KD! Where you at? It's KD! It's KD!
Away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
Who that? Who that? Who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that said they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
He sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. On first down, Fields. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted. All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
That's complete to his tight end flyer move.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Play action. It's Fields. It's brought in by Harris. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Steps away to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. McPherson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Now they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now here's a Louisiana native from the town of Jennings. It's Travis Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And 10 at the Saints 49-yard line.
Quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
From the 50, here's Fields.
Flushed out right.
Man, that's some of that bitch, man. Niggas a ball.
Too shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And the Saints, first down.
On play action. Now Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brady. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 45-yard line.
For a Saints, first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Brady. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
24's the mic. Come on, D. 24's the mic. Watch the blood. Watch the blood. Cover, cover. Watch the blood. 24's the mic. Stay with your man.
Throwing now is Brady. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 14. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's brought down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal.
Murray will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll swing this out to Tony. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. An option handoff given to Harris. And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And they run with Harris off the option. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. An option handoff given to Harris. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
A few better down a score in the fourth quarter than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10.
Brady to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Brady. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go win this fucking game. Let's go win this fucking game. Let's go. Let's go, damn it.
Sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Let's go win this motherfucking game, man. We comeback kings. Call up the comeback king. Let's go. You can't never be safe with a lead against me, nigga. You ain't learned. You ain't seen how the hell I've been doing them niggas in the NFC. You should know that. You should never be comfortable with a lead against me, boy.
The Saints offense on the field.
Let's go.
Get their drive started. They control their own destiny here.
I'm just that good, dog.
Time, obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think
Get the fuck out of my way, you bastard!
adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition.
Let's go! Cut this motherfucker!